Hi, all you SPMEs out there. Today's video has 3 points, and you're going to want to stick around because the third point is a secret as to the one reason that you are definitely going to want to set up a publishing company for your publishing business as an author. So let's get into it. So you're starting as an author and you're first coming out with books. Now, the idea of actually setting up a publishing company makes absolutely no sense, and I agree completely with you. But now you've created a number of books. You've got them onto the market. We're maybe even considering multiple niches, and maybe you're considering helping other people get their books onto the market. And now you begin to wonder, maybe I should use a publishing company because there are risks associated by not having some sort of an LLC or some sort of a company behind what exactly you're doing based upon the types of books that you're publishing. And this is something that is very important to consider when you're becoming intermediate to advanced on the self-publishing track, and something for which we are going to explore today. So, where to start? This is Chris Baird from selfpublishingmadeeasynow.com, where self-publishing doesn't have to be so hard. After 200 books that I've put onto the market, I've been doing my best in order to make it as clear as possible what exactly I'm doing in order to get these books onto the market and get them selling. You can also find out yourself below in the self-publishing checklist that I have included here for free. Just grab a copy of that, and while you're at it, please hit the subscribe button so that I can reach more authors just like yourself to help you get the motivation and the knowledge you need to succeed and win at self-publishing. So let's get into it. When I first got started with self-publishing, I published, one book at a time like anybody. But after I'd had about 12 books or 20 books starting to hit the market, what happened was something magical. The sales from these books started to increase, as well as the taxes to be paid on these royalties. And that triggered something, which is, oh my goodness, what exactly is the tax rate I'm going to be required to pay on these, and how am I even going to handle that? Since normally with your day job, you receive a certain amount of pay and then the money is just deducted automatically from the income that's coming in. But that is not how it works with self-publishing or with businesses in general. So that was a question. So I went to an accountant. A friend of mine recommended an accountant, and I went to them, and he pointed out this is a no-brainer. You need to immediately set up an LLC, or in the US it would be maybe a C Corp or something along those lines, LLC, C Corp, something along those. But because I was starting to get money coming from courses and from coaching, and then the money from the books, and you need to make sure that as those are coming out, you're protected both from lawsuits that might be coming in since you're under a corporation, and then also the other benefits, and which is, I've got to be careful because I'm about to spoil the secret for the day, so I'll just say other benefits. And the final thing is, they were able to then, with an accountant, you're going to use the money that you're already making on your books, reinvest that money, and you're going to be able to, and in order to reinvesting it, to get an accountant who can help you set this whole thing up. If you're not making enough money in order to pay for the accountant, then you really don't need to do this. But they helped me set it up, and I immediately saw the advantages. I was no longer paying taxes first, which is one of the big deals there. Rather, the taxes are paid only on profit. Unlike in your day job, when you earn your income, the taxes are taken first. Whereas with an LLC, as I had read it also in Rich Dad, Poor Dad book, that they point out the fact that there's a huge advantage is businesses only pay taxes on your profit. So if you're spending all of the money and that's coming in, you have a zero profit, so you're paying zero taxes, other than sales tax, which is one of those issues that we definitely do pay even here in Norway. We definitely have to pay that. So that is an issue there, but some of the money is even refunded on that front there. But in terms of the total income, you do not have to pay taxes on it, only on the profit that your company is making. So how and why to start your own publishing company? The first thing is you're going to want to set up an LLC to protect yourself legally. And this is especially true if the books you're writing are giving financial advice or health advice. All of these sorts of things can create problems down the line if you are not a company, so that you have this shroud, this corporate shroud that's around you, protecting you from what could theoretically happen that would come after you personally. So that's the first big reason to go about it, and you're just going to set up an LLC or a C Corp. You should talk. I'm not a financial advisor, so so I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just telling you setting up a company is a good idea. So you would definitely want to check with an accountant that you trust and people can vouch for in order to see if this is right for you. The second thing is it gives you more authority to your work. It's no longer just you publishing books yourself. Rather, it's under an umbrella of a publishing company or multiple companies. One thing that I would just comment here, it's that even if you aren't a formal company, on many sites like ACX, if you're selling your audiobooks, they're going to ask you, what is your publishing company? And you can register just your initials followed by publishing or something along those lines. This is what I advise my students to do in order to ensure that you're able to fill out all of those fields and it looks more professional than just your own name or no name for the publishing company. So this is just one of those little tricks that I like to hand out, just free stuff for you to go and do with or not do with as you see fit. But definitely something worth considering. And the third one, which is our secret, and I've sort of already revealed it, but we'll hit it anyways, it's the tax benefits. They're massive. We only are paying taxes on our profits that we make, not on every dollar you earn like your normal income. So if you're doing it correctly, you could set it up so that you have a decent size buffer money that's protecting the company itself as a nest egg to protect it. And then in addition, the company continually to ramp, but all the money that's coming in is either being reinvested or it's being pulled out as income. Now that income is of course being taken as taxed, but at the end of the day, you may choose to say, I want zero profit. So the tax rate on the company itself would be zero. So any money coming out would be taxed, but in order to prevent that, as we're leveraging the money that's coming in, we're reinvesting it, and that is not being taxed, as opposed to your normal day job where the money that's coming in is taxed immediately. So the tax benefits are so massive, and they compound with every year that you're putting this off or that you've done it. So this is something, I'm not talking to you beginners right now. I'm talking to you more advanced or intermediate self-publishers. You're seeing the money coming in, and you're seeing thousands of dollars coming in a month. Now it's time for you to consider you need to create a company. Okay, so this is just a little bit of advice. This is generally the best way to go. You should talk with your accountant and figure out what is right for you. And if you aren't making any money yet, well, then just ignore all of this. It has nothing to do. But at the future point, you're definitely going to want to consider this option. So have you considered setting up a publishing company? If you have, I want to know. So write yes if you have considered doing it. And if you've never considered doing it ever, then write no below in the comments. And that will really help me know where exactly you are coming from. And grab the free checklist and check up above me here for more video answers to your self-publishing questions. Thanks.